Welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank goodness it is the weekend. I'm sure many of us, as many of those who are still going to grind to the weekend, because, work never ends. But for those who do get the weekend off, thank goodness. I'm sure you are relieved, need to take a breather, and who can blame you, especially nowadays with everything going on, whether it's bills being due, whether it's you got to go run some errands this weekend because you got stuff to take care of around the house, or you just got to catch up on that darn homework if you're a college student, right? Or high school student. Same applies. But, friggin' again, happy Friday. Looks like let me give you a quick rundown on what's going on Highway 99. Looks like going northbound, there's no traffic, no accidents, and no reports of any such incident. From what I can tell, going northbound. Going southbound on 99 in Central Valley, looks like same. No accidents, no traffic. It looks like it is smooth sails for anyone planning to have a Friday night out. So stay safe, take it easy, be responsible, have fun. You well deserve it. Now, for those like myself that got to grind through the weekend, friggin' hey, do what you got to do. The bills got to get paid. Rent's due, mortgages due, college student fees are due, all that stuff's due. So, hey, props to you guys. Now, if you're new to the show, I would love in the future anyone who joins the live to drop a comment down below on a subject matter we can talk about. But until then, I will talk about cameras because that's what I like, that's what I'm into, and I'm sure many of you who might subscribe notice that a lot of my content is oriented around cameras. But if you would like to ask me a different question or have questions about other stuff, and if I happen to have some knowledge on it, I'm more than happy to answer those questions or give you my thoughts or opinions on the matter. That being said, looks like, give me one sec to give you guys a quick, looks like in the Central Valley, low 45s, high 50s. So a little bit warmer, so not too cold tonight, thank goodness. And it looks like rain is nowhere near. Looks like we're just going to have a cloudy night. So, percent, we're looking at 48. Ceres, 48. Livermore, 49. Santa Clara, 53, a little bit warmer. And Lake Tahoe, still anything more northbound. You guys are freezing your walnuts off because it is cold up there. So be safe, freaking take it easy. And the snow has been no joke this year. Freaking be safe. And again, that is the quick run through for the weather. Looks like everywhere Central Valley wise, LA wise, so down south California, we're looking at, low 40s, mid 50s. Anything northbound, you're getting a little bit of a chill. All right. So again, looks like there are a bit of a couple warnings in regards to flooding, but from the looks of it, there will be no rain. Possibly, maybe tomorrow, 49 chance. Sunday looks clear as of now, but there are signs of rain according to the weather forecast. So just cross your fingers. Hopefully, it doesn't rain because we do need a break. Because California, I don't know why, but we have been flooding. So it's something I've never seen before because I guess maybe we don't get enough rain. But now that we are getting a good, decent chunk, we seem to not be able to handle it, and we're going under like Atlantis. So that is the weather report. That is my quick little run on that. Now, before I get into the subject of cameras, I want to talk about a little bit of the YouTube drama. I'm sure many of you guys have heard, and I just kind of want to put my opinion out there, which is wild. I'm sure many of you guys know by now, and if you don't know, I'll give you the cliff notes on it basically. But there has been some drama going on because of a YouTuber by the name CoffeeZilla, aka Steven. And the reason it's drama, it's more because, see, the gentleman I just mentioned has gone out of his way and unveiled the man behind the levers in the show by the name Logan Paul, which I'm sure, like I said, if you don't know, now you know. But long story short, many of you guys know, and if you don't know, Logan Paul is a huge YouTuber on this platform who has unfortunately decided to, take advantage of his followers, since now people see him as a responsible, adult. But he has proven again otherwise by scamming many of his fans, whether it was by his infamous and annoying Dink Donk coin that had like cartoons attached to it, which is like a ripoff of South Park. And on top of that, the one that CoffeeZilla exposed him on was the his crypto thing named Crypto Zoo. I believe that's the name. Yeah. So that's going on at the moment. Freaking shady ass guy. I'm still surprised people think that like he's somehow innocent. He keeps going online and making a fool of himself by protesting why he's the good guy and why he's getting um, accused of something that he is not responsible for, and says that CoffeeZilla's, doing defamation by um, spreading lies and rumors and et cetera, et cetera. Look, if you have your head on your shoulders, if you have a brain that's not smooth, you have enough common sense and brain power to look at this goofy goober and understand that he is so full of himself and so stupid that he can't even grab it by the, oh man, I can't use that word, but he just can't, you know, grab reality, except that, hey, he messed up. He's damaged a lot of people's wallets. He screwed over a lot of people's, financial situation. Whether he accepts it or not, at the end of the day, he's at fault. He promoted it. He was in cahoots with people planning how to like sabotage the whole thing. And I just see that as like, hey man, like you messed up, and but you're gonna double down and say you didn't mess up. So I don't know. That's the way I see it. I see him as a scumbag. I look forward to seeing Coffee's response, because we got doofus who we here decided to respond in the most illogical way. Like that man, Logan Paul, is so filthy rich that he has no reason to scam people. It just doesn't make. It's not worth it. Why would you risk your reputation? Why would you risk your fans' respect, all for a quick buck? Like, come on, man. Like, you, you just, you just should know better, and you just, should be a little bit less greedy, a little bit more like humble. But if many of you know, Logan Paul doesn't have that much of a humble personality. He's always been a bit of a pain in the butt. Unfortunately, it's wild how YouTube, everyone else gets friggin' slapped with all kinds of uh, problems. Whether it's like, hey, you showed a picture of this cartoon violence, channel deleted. Hey, you said a curse word, especially with nowadays with the new way they're handling things, channel deleted. It's like, dude, this guy showed a dead body and yeah, he's still on the platform. Like, how does that work? So I guess YouTube just has this thing of like, they want to cater to those who I guess are more of the high pristine class, and those who are on the bottom, it's like, nah, like we get it, we appreciate you. If we feel like giving you the boot, we'll give you the boot. So, I think you best. I see That being said, I do feel like they have a lot they can fix, and there's a lot they could do to work on it because there's scumbags like Logan Paul who are posting get rich schemes, scams, and pump and dumping and manipulating markets. Like this man, he's lucky it's crypto that he messed with because if it was a stock, woo, he is going to jail 100%. There's no buts or ifs, but he got lucky and he played with crypto, and now we just gotta wait and see what happens. Like I said, that's currently the drama right now. It's more drama just because honestly, Logan Paul's making it like in a sense, drama. Honestly, if you would have just been a big boy and looked the other way, you could have shrugged it under the room, shoved it under the mat or whatever you say that. But yeah, no, he wanted to bring attention to it. He's talking smack about how like people are using his name on this platform to get rich. Like it's like, dude, come on, stop being full of yourself. Yeah, you're up there, good for you, man. But I'm sure he's used many other people's names to stay irrelevant, or as many people like to call it, it's called a collab. Like, is that not a thing anymore? You can't just work with people and like help each other out. Like everybody's got this scarce mentality. Like, I don't know. Or it goes to show you, man, friggin' people act like they're one way and then they're another, which is hot garbage. Now, enough with that. Again, I'll kind of touch more on it as things progress. As of right now, I am not being biased, but from the looks of it, it looks like it's Coffee 1, Logan 0. So, today I want to talk about, let's see. I'm sorry, I should already have what I want to talk about. I did want to talk about, the new camera that came out, but I don't have enough knowledge and I don't have enough to talk about, like at the moment. And I personally haven't seen too much of the quality of work that the camera makes. And if you're asking what camera, I believe it's the Lumix S2. I don't know exactly the exact name of it, but yeah, that's the new camera right now. It's like hot talks. Everyone's saying how good it is, how much bang of a buck it is for what you're getting. Like I said, I need to do a little more research in order to be able to give my opinion. But overall, it looks like a good camera from what I've heard so far and from the little bit I've seen. But I don't know 100% to fully talk in depth about it. But that being said, I do want to talk about a camera that this year I feel like would be a really good camera if you're trying to buy a camera. Now, hear me out. Now, it's kind of a situation where, like, I feel like back in the day, if you had a big camera and you were going around taking pictures or taking video, people would look. It just depends on the size of the camera. People would look, but at the most, they would just look, and that's about it. Or if they saw you talking to it or recording yourself or whatever the case may be, they would probably just, not just look, they'd probably stare. And that's the most I've seen. And that's not just in California, that's in other states. Everywhere you go, people just kind of look at you like, what's he doing? But that's the thing, though. Unfortunately, nowadays, with everything going on and crime skyrocketing, and I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just trying to be a realist. Like, I think you have to be much more careful now, especially in the state of California, going around with the camera. Because that's the thing, you might, have a camera that's like a good camera, and it might not be stupid expensive, but, to the average Joe, the average robber, they don't know better. And they just see, ooh, camera, and they see money signs. So you might have a nice, D200, a decently good old camera that takes decent pictures for the time, and it might be a $200 camera, but the robber doesn't know that. He's thinking, oh, it's $1,000 camera or whatever the case may be. Ooh, lens is expensive, and unfortunately, a lot of people have been getting their stuff stolen here in California. There's been a lot of people getting their stuff stolen out of their cars. They're literally stolen off them. They're ripped out of their hands. So just be safe, and which is why I want to jump into the subject of why I think this camera might be a camera that you want to look into for the year of 2023. And I would go with the Sony ZV-1. Now, hear me out. It's a really good starter camera. It has a great focal length. It has great third-party support in the sense of like if you want to add attachments to it, build it up as a cage or a little rig camera, you can do that. You know, there are limitations, but you can do that. And if the audio sounds a little better now, it's because I got the mic a little closer to my mouth. And I do apologize for the drone in the background, but I'm currently driving the Mustang, so I apologize for that. But back to the main subject. The Sony ZV-1, I think, would be the best camera for 2023 if you're starting new. Hear me out. It's small. It's compact. It's a good value if you buy it used on the secondhand market. And even if you buy it new, I think for how many features it has, what it comes with, what it could do, I think it's a really good camera. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's some limitations and there's some cons to the camera. It's not 100% perfect. But for what you get, for the bang for your money, I think it's really good. Now, I think it's really good because, as I was mentioning earlier, a big fancy camera does call a lot of attention. So this camera is a little bit more, it looks a little bit more like a point and shoot. And I know it kind of gives like this like little like budget look, but trust me, that's what you want. That's what you want in a camera like that. You want a camera that doesn't call too much attention. You want to be a little more covert. You want to be a little more, you know, under the radar. Not get people looking at you your camera, looking at you like the next meal ticket. You get it? So, great, small, compact camera. The best part too is the lens isn't sticking out unless you have an attachment, you know, but it's not sticking out. If you have no attachments, you just use the camera as is, the lens retracts. It goes whoop all the way back in. So you got a flush, nice, flat little square, a little point and shoot looking camera that's not going to, you know, scream for attention. People won't even look at you. They won't even bat an eye at you. They'll be like, oh, it's a nice little camera. Or, oh, he's using his phone? I don't know. I can't tell. So, great for that. Very covert. The second point of why it's such a good camera is because, again, for what you're paying, you're getting a great focal length. You don't have to buy any extra lenses. You're already taking care of that. You're covered. It's attached to the camera. You can't lose it. On top of that, for the little battery that it carries, it lasts a good amount of time. You know, if you're like recording nonstop, okay, maybe you need a couple extra batteries. But if you're taking little snapshots, little snippets here and there, you know, you're creating shorts, you're good. That camera will last you all day. Kind of. Okay, don't take my word for that. Maybe not all day, but it'll like, you know, if you start at 9 a.m., you probably want to charge that bad boy until like, you know, at noon or 1. You know, it just depends on how much you're recording, like I said. That being said, again, great battery life kind of for the camera and how it is. And it depends on how you're recording, but if you're recording a long stop, then it's not a great camera. You need more batteries. Simple as that. Now, my third point is also that it's one of the few cameras, because its predecessors, the ZV, I think it's like the ZV-E10 and the ZV-1F or something like that. Those two cameras, one, they have different focal lengths. The other one the F has like a wider lens, but it comes with some drawbacks. And those drawbacks being that it's a cheaper camera, so meaning it has less features than the ZV-1 has. And the ZV-E10, that one has the ability to attach and dismount different lenses, which is cool. But according to the people, and from what I've seen, the ZV-E1 has better handling of like rolling shutter, which is wild. You would think the camera that could like have a whole different lens attached to it, and it's more expensive to be better. But no, apparently the ZV-1 handles rolling shutter a lot better, and that's another win in my book. So from the 3 different versions of it, the ZV-1 is the one. And on top of that, out of those 3, it's the only one that has an ND filter. Isn't that pretty cool? Like, you don't have to go out of your way, buy another ND filter, attach anything. You just, boom. You go to the settings, locate the ND filter setting, turn it on, and you're good. Which is wild. That's like a freaking premium feature that many professional cameras that cost thousands don't even have. So that's pretty cool. Now, to wrap it all up, since I am feeling a little longer than I was hoping, and I want to let you have a good night. I don't want you to hear me ranting too much because, it's okay having in the background. If you're doing some work and you just need something to listen to, I'm more than happy to be that one person. But, I do feel like I don't want to take too much of your time. I do want you to do what you're doing. Get back to it, whatever it is, whether it's your work, your family, your weekend, your rest. So, to finish it all up, the ZV-1 is a great bang for your buck. It is a good camera. It is overall, for the most part, great. But I will finish with giving you a little bit of a con. And it's a heads up because something I've dealt with that camera a lot is, for whatever reason, and I've had multiple of them because I, have a warranty on mine, and I always think it's just, unless they're doing me dirty and they're giving me the camera back, I don't know. But it tends to overheat. It's a really fragile camera. You got it too close to a light bulb, overheat. You're breathing too hard on it in the summer, overheat. Your room's too hot, overheat. You're charging it while recording, overheat. So it's definitely got a overheating issue, or it just can't really handle the heat, I guess. But like I said, that is one of the things that I've noticed on that camera. This was a great little chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Stay tuned if you don't want to hear this dog quality of audio and you want to hear it in a little bit more better quality. You're more than welcome to check out the channel. Go to the video section, look at the podcast episodes. I go out of my way to do it for you guys, to enhance the audio, make it better, make it a little bit more pleasurable for your eardrums. And, if you don't want to listen to this, again, this is more just if you want to come on, comment or chat up or whatever the case may be. It's kind of nice to interact with people. But if you just want to hear like a podcast version of this that's more pleasurable to your eardrums, a little more silky smooth, just go on over. I will upload them to the channel in the video section. And again, that's it. Thank you guys for your time. Happy Friday. Take it easy. I wish you guys the best. And until next time, peace.